Gloucester waste disposal.
Yeah.
Tell us what you know about this ongoing issue and what solutions do you support and where would you provide the infrastructure?
Yeah. Very, very important question for the future of Gloucestershire and particularly the future of the city of Gloucester. Why is it that the county council are proposing a incinerator which would burn 160,000 tonnes of waste, far more waste than we actually produce here in the county, 160,000 tonnes a year, with all the fly ash and all the problems you get with that? Well, they will say quite rightly we have a problem with landfill, we cannot continue with landfill. I agree with them on that. But building an incinerator, a large-scale incinerator like that, is not the answer. And the fact that they want to dump it in and around the city of Gloucester, I think is deeply disrespectful to this city as the urban hub of this county. They wouldn't dream politically of putting it in places like the Cotswolds, for example. But my argument is, regardless of where you put it, it's just the wrong answer. Many, many authorities up and down the country are moving away from this idea of a 25-year contract for a giant incinerator and are looking to do more around anaerobic digestion, for example, other modern technologies, and where incineration is being used, they're talking about smaller scale, localised plants. So local communities take responsibility for their waste and as an incentive then also to recycle more. We are not recycling nearly enough. There are some great examples on the continent, but also in Wales, of what can be done. They've got up to over 80% recycling in some areas of Wales now. We've set a less ambitious target than that for Gloucestershire for the year 2020. I can see perhaps where they're coming from, that they think they can dump a giant incinerator on the edge of Gloucester, or even in Gloucester, the railway triangle, or wherever they're thinking of, or possibly Quedgeley. Then they can import loads of waste from elsewhere and burn for profit. Now, I just don't think in the modern world, when we're trying to be serious about climate change, we're trying to be serious about our carbon footprint, that they should be pushing these kinds of proposals. Anaerobic digestion would have another advantage for us. You can actually use the end products of anaerobic digestion to be cracked into methane. Well, the methane from that can be cracked into hydrogen, which could be used for light rail, for example. I'm working with Martin Hallwood, actually, the Lib Dem MP for Cheltenham, and the Chamber of Commerce there, to get the Transport Minister, Lord Adonis, who was down earlier in the campaign here, to look at the possibility of light rail. So if you actually consider these things properly in terms of what you want to do in a holistic way for the future, one thing you don't do is sign up for a 25-year contract to burn 160,000 tonnes of waste in and around Gloucester and then suffer with all the problems of the fly ash that go with it, which is immeasurably toxic. Just don't do it. Now, as a candidate for this election, I say I'm going to persist on this. I'm going to fight any plans to do it. And I just wished that all of the other candidates did likewise, especially with those who are supposedly in a position to have influence over Shire Hall. I'll leave it at that.